a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
showing off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep them active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on a scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the whales swimming together in unison. These synchronized behaviors help to strengthen social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just one of the many reasons they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orcinus orca. Their common name is killer whale. But all 5 of our whales also have personal names: Cayuget, Tuar, and joining us out front are Takara, Kamea, and Sakari. Kamea is our youngest whale at just 9 years old. Takara is our oldest whale at 31 years old. Takara is also the matriarch of our whale pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and all take part in their own healthcare and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we teach husbandry or healthcare behaviors. And joining us today, we have Casey and Julie who are going to help demonstrate some of those healthcare behaviors. One of the very first behaviors that we teach our whales is called a fluke present. This is where the whales present their tail flips to the trainers. Now, in this position, not only will we be able to see the entire underside and do a body exam on the entire whale's body, but this also allows us access to some shallow veins that run along the underside of the whale's tail. Every single month, the veterinary team will come and take a voluntary blood sample from those veins. The whales are conditioned to remain calm throughout that entire process, and taking that blood sample allows us some diagnostics to make sure the whales are overall healthy. You'll also see throughout the presentation, trainers giving the whales tail massages, top rubs, and back rubs. They have very sensitive skin, and this is an excellent way to build a relationship with our whales.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Well, I am over here with Takara, and we're going to demonstrate another very important husbandry behavior. Another diagnostic tool that helps us to make sure we're taking the very best care of our animals is being able to weight them. We can do that by asking our animals to slide out onto a killer whale size scale that's located in one of our back pools, very similar to how Takara is up here on our slide out area right now. Now, you'll notice in this position, she actually has a good portion of her body still in the water. That area from the dorsal fin all the way down to her tail flukes, that's called the peduncle, and it contains several large, powerful muscles that may weigh several hundred pounds. So with that in that relaxed position, we wouldn't be able to get an accurate weight. So to solve that problem, we can simply ask her to raise that tail up just like that. And that is how we find out that as of Tuesday morning, Takara here is weighing in at 4,660 pounds. Now, doing these husbandry behaviors, such as being able to collect their animal weights, is very important because we need to make sure that our younger animals like Sakari and Kamea are growing at an appropriate rate, and our more mature animals like Takara here are maintaining a healthy weight. Now, these are our fluke presents. These are just 2 of the many behaviors we condition our animals to do to make sure that our whales are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Hey everybody, I'm down here at the glass with my new friend Mark, and we are hanging out with Sakari. So killer whales learn through observational learning or mimicry, which really just means that they follow along with their mom and other members of the pod to learn really important life skills. Here at SeaWorld, sometimes they'll even play follow the leader with us. So do you want to play a little game of follow the leader with Sakari? Awesome. All right, so we're going to do that first hand signal we talked about. We're going to stick that hand all the way up in the air, and give her a nice big wave. Awesome! Very nice. So she saw you really well. Killer whales have great eyesight. We'll see them at different times leaping out of the water to get a really good look at their surroundings. So we're going to ask Sakari to demonstrate that right now with a behavior called a sighting bow. Do you remember that second hand signal? Great. All right, so let's point to her, and on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. She saw you and she is taken off to the bottom of the pool. You can come all the way up here to get a really good look. She's going to use that powerful tail to leap up and out of the water.
Wow, well that was pretty impressive. Well, I am over here with Takara and my new friend Sergio, all the way from El Paso. And we are going to talk a little bit about how killer whales communicate with one another. And they can do this in a variety of different ways. One of those ways is actually by manipulating their blowhole to make different sounds or vocalizations. You're going to ask her for one of those. Remember that first signal I told you about? Okay, go ahead and give that to her. All right, great job, Sergio. It's like you've done this before, right? Yes. Well, killer whales can also communicate by tapping different body parts or even leaping out of the water and crashing onto the surface to make a huge sound. Scientists believe actually that sound travels about 4.5 times faster in the water than it does in the air. When they crash on the surface in what we call a breach, that sound can be heard for miles around. So you're going to ask her for one of those. Sound good? Okay, remember that second signal I told you about? Fingers down, and from right to left, go for it! All right, Sergio, she's excited. Okay, you're gonna come right here, you're gonna watch. She's using that powerful peduncle in an up and down motion to swim, and she's gonna be jumping right here in front of you. Keep a close eye on her. Oh, Sergio. Wow. Yep, she got you. I'm so sorry, Sergio. I had no idea that was going to happen. Oh, I'm just kidding. You know what? You've been such a great sport, though, so I want to give you this towel. There you go. Hopefully that'll help dry it off just a little bit. Thank you so much for helping us out today, Sergio. Have a hand for both of our audience volunteers. Thank you.
As you can see, killer whales communicate by leaping out of the water and coming down with a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries surrounding these amazing animals. For example, we know the gestational period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain out in the ocean. However, some information can only be gained through field observation. That's why SeaWorld works with our partners, such as the Norwegian Orca survey, to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the greatest expression of that power comes when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt. They use fluke slams to stun their prey and can even beach themselves all the way up and out of the water. For our whales, it's a fun demonstration. But for you, it's the thrill of the hunt. on where they live and the time of year, their type of prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals. It's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible predators.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.